Hello my friends, welcome to the Niels Fix channel. My name is Michael, I'm 43 years old, I'm coming from Belgium. I have a very fixed job as a system administrator, and I also make video reviews for sim racing and sim driving hardware. So my experience, I have driven quite competitively in Gran Turismo Sport, Gran Turismo 7. There are even some videos of those times on this YouTube channel. So I'm not the worst driver, but I'm also not the best driver. That's why I make reviews instead of doing live streams of me racing.
My knowledge of the hardware has grown exponentially. I have reviewed at the moment of this video over 60 pieces of hardware and gain more experience every day. While I may have a gap of experience in the higher segment of hardware, I would like to think that my opinion on the lower and mid-range hardware should be more than sufficient to make decent reviews about it. But just keep in mind, I am not a guru of every piece of hardware and game. I'm just sharing my findings and sometimes advice with you via these videos. If I say a boo-boo, well, errare humanum est. And add a comment, please.
I try to believe that the information that I put in my videos can be significant for people out there, and that is what I like. It is to help people gain some knowledge about a certain subject.
There is quite a bit of equipment that I use, but yeah, it's not that spectacular. The frame I use is something I designed myself with parts from SimX Pro. The seat is a GT Omega because they are decent quality, large and comfortable. The pedals change often. I prefer the Fanatec Club Sport V3 pedals for immersion with a clutch and rumblers, but the Camus LC100 have been great for testing and performance. As a wheelbase and steering wheel, I prefer the GTDD Pro 8Nm with a simple leather 32cm steering wheel. Although, since I hardly test anymore on PlayStation platform, I think I might leave the Camus C12 on as, again, it just offers a bit more in terms of performance on the track. I have a Samsung 7000 series Full HD TV of 15 years old as a monitor, which works quite well for me. YouTube has been commenting on my thumbnails for not standing out enough, so I tried to change this by adding some more standardization and colors. YouTube also suggests that to put my face on the thumbnails, but that is something I really don't like because it has such a salesman vibe to it. The same for the titles of my videos. I standardized all the descriptions to just reflect the content of the video without any questions or populistic one-liners in them. A comment that comes back also is that my reviews are too short. It's true that compared to other reviewers that they are pretty short. Perhaps I could give some more info, but I think time is money and I don't want to waste your time with too much information. On the other hand, if more information is needed, you can always watch the Versus videos for the hardware. Those videos are also a popular new category and contain much more concrete information about how well the hardware performs. Other changes are more related to the quality of the video itself. I have started using Clipchamp to make more annotations in videos if something is not clear, for example. For the rest, there have been other minor changes, but too much to discuss in this video.
I think there are a few things. So my vision is broad. I do these videos in English, but it would be more normal for me to do them in my maternal language, in Dutch. But what I do is I make a complete transcript also so that it is very well translated to other languages. I say very well because the only languages that I can control a bit are French, Dutch, and a bit of German. German, sometimes a bit difficult. Martian Zero, you can relate to this, I know. But I do my best to provide good subtitles so that everybody around the globe that speaks one of those 14 languages that I have knows what I'm talking about.
I also add manual chapters in them so you can easily skip things like design or pricing if you're not interested in it, so that you can just get the information you need without losing too much time. I also tried a new concept with the 1-minute reviews to boil the information even further down to its core, but those were not that successful.
So I try not to use mid-rolls either in my reviews. I find them very, very annoying.
The last thing would be that I take the time to read comments and answer to them and help out people with questions as good as I can. If you have a question or remark, by the way, please leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to reply to all of them.
So what can you do as viewer? Well, there are a few things that you can do. First off, it's always nice to get a like on a video. This is important for my videos to be able to compete with the ones of Boosted Media, Geek Street, and whatever big YouTubers that there are out there. Every like helps me to be represented among those reviewers. Another thing, subscribe. Of course, the more subscribers you have, the more that your videos are featured too. A third thing would be, if you buy some new hardware, you know I advocate for buying secondhand, but if you would buy new hardware, please use a content creator affiliate link.
If you want me to review your product, you can contact me via the contact tab of the YouTube profile. I can't guarantee you will sell more because of it, but I will do what it takes to make a correct representation of your product according to the standards of my latest videos. I understand I am not considered a big reviewer in 2024, but I have bought for more than 2 years products left and right of your brands to review and compare them. Some sort of sponsoring would be very much appreciated. I want to highlight here that from all the companies so far that promised stuff, only Camus has come through. So thank you, Camus, for believing in the quality of your product and me as a person to review them.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you had something from this video. Please leave a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I will see you all next one. Bye bye.